Welcome into WTOL 11 Plus. I'm Sophia Pericone. Thank you for joining us. We want to tell you all about this weekend's weather. Let's bring in meteorologist Kaylee Bowers. Kaylee, yesterday was Friday. Right now we're recording this. It's 8:03 Saturday morning. Friday turned out to be a bit of a winter wonderland for us here.
It definitely felt and looked a lot like winter. Luckily, the snow is behind us, so we can be excited about that. I know we still have a lot of snow lovers out there who are thinking, are we going to get more snow this season? I have a really cool graphic to show you coming up in just a few minutes as far as the latest we've seen snow in Toledo history. You're going to be shocked. But let's get through the rest of your weekend forecast because there's a lot going on. What to expect for today? We'll see that decrease in clouds. And notice, we're already seeing some bright blue skies over downtown Toledo, so it just depends on where you are. Our sunrise this morning before 7 o'clock. And notice that same thing with our sunset. These are going to change because of something happening tonight. But we're forecasting a high today in the low 40s and even the upper 30s for some of us. And we'll continue to see that decrease in clouds as we go on throughout the rest of the day. But you'll need to have those sunglasses for sure as sunshine returns. And again, those clouds decrease for today. That's going to help melt a lot of that snow that we saw in our cars this morning, or if you're watching this later on this afternoon, still for this afternoon. Also going to help melt the snow on the grass as well too. But here's the thing, we are changing our clocks for tonight, so there's a lot going on for the second weekend of March. So there's that decrease in clouds. It's still going to be a cool night or cool day. Highs in those upper 30s and low 40s. Our sunrise just before 7 o'clock. And you already know, time for that dog walking forecast. Thank you to everyone who's been sharing in your pet photos. Keep sending in your pet photos over on my Facebook page. There's a post right there at the top of the page that looks exactly like this. We love to showcase your dogs, your cats, your fish, whatever pets you have. Send a cute picture over on the page. Give me a little description about your pet, and we love to showcase it here on WTOL 11 and also on WTOL 11 Plus. I'm going to go with that green paw for today. We're seeing lots of sunshine. Yes, temperatures are cool, but just think back to February, to January. This is mild. Remember when we were wishing for temperatures in the 30s? Yeah, we're getting those for today, but don't worry, that warm up is on the way. But of course, got to show you a cute little crew right here, Sam and Marley Jane. I love those names. They're thinking, are we going to get to go outside and play in the snow? Well, it just depends on what time you get outside. The earlier the better for the pups that love the snow. Later on this afternoon, this evening, a lot of it will be that slush and that mush and just the not pretty snow that we all like to think of when we think of winter and snow. And technically it is still winter unless you're a meteorologist, and we're already in meteorological spring. But thank you for sending in your pet photos. Keep sending them in. Makes us certainly happy. Tonight, it's going to be a cool night with those lows dipping back down to right around that freezing point. And we'll see that mixture of clear skies and clouds heading on into those nighttime hours. So pretty much overall a calm night, a calm Saturday night for sure. And speaking of nighttime, there's something going on tonight. Look at this. Our sunset for this evening is at 6:33, but our sunset for tomorrow is at 7:34. Now I'll bring Sophia back in because we were talking just a little bit ago. You had a question about daylight saving time that I'm really excited about. That I know a lot of people have the same question too.
Yeah, I'm hoping you can give us a look into what our new sunrise and sunset times will look like as we spring forward. As a reminder, once that clock hits 2 a.m., it'll actually turn into 3 a.m. So 1:59 to 3 a.m., don't forget it. Kaylee, what will our new sunrise and sunset times start looking like?
Oh, Sophia, I mean, already our sunset for tomorrow for Toledo will be around 7:34. But even before I get into those sunrise and sunset times, let's just go over the little checklist that we all have to remind ourselves that, oh, we need to do this and this and this. So we spring forward. The way that I remember it is, okay, we're in the springtime, so spring forward because it's in March. Whereas in November, it's the fall. We fall back and we gain that hour of daylight. Whereas this season, we're losing that hour of daylight. But along with changing your clocks, also test the batteries in your smoke alarms, even change the batteries in your smoke alarms. This is the one that's gonna get us. If you are tuning in tomorrow morning and you're watching Sophia and I, we're thinking, oh, we're gonna be a little tired. Yeah, we're right there with you, but we're excited to be springing forward. And our sunset is an hour later. So there's that 7:34 p.m. sunset and our sunrise just before 8 o'clock. So later sunsets, but also later sunrises. So as far as our sunsets and sunrises for today, I've got Toledo, Bowling Green, Tiffin, Sandusky, Fremont, Port Clinton, just a few of our bigger cities just to highlight, okay, this is what we're seeing for today. Again, seeing those about 6:30 p.m. sunsets, sunrises just before 7 o'clock. But then let's look ahead towards tomorrow, and you can see that nearly 8 o'clock sunrise and at 7:35 to 7:30 sunset. Yeah, it's looking pretty nice. And yes, it does vary based on longitude and latitude. So you can see our times vary just a little bit between about 7:34 and 7:31. Now, I want to bring Sophia back in because I have a question for you, actually.
Oh.
So I change my clocks before I go to bed. Do you do the same, or do you wait until you wake up the next morning?
Okay, so you kind of caught me here. The phones change automatically,
Yeah.
so that's taken care of. But when it comes to microwave and oven and other clocks, I do it after.
Oh.
I know, and I'm the type of person you would think I would do it before, but for me, my alarm is on my phone. I'm guilty of that. So I let that change automatically, and then I'll probably notice around 4 p.m. tomorrow that, hey, everything else needs to be changed. So then I'll change it. So I'm a little late to the game on those non-phone clocks.
Hey, there are some people, and I know my mom is guilty of this, they just wait until the next daylight saving time to change things over. So really curious, let us know over on Facebook, Sophia. I'm very interested with that. Thank you for your input with that. But yeah, we're changing our clocks tonight. Some of us before bed, some of us after we wake up, some of us in November. Maybe our clocks are going to be right starting tomorrow. I'm very curious. Let me know over on Facebook. I got a post up there. But let's look at your last day of daylight saving time before we see later sunset. So today we're seeing that decreasing clouds, temperatures right around lunchtime, still hanging on to those upper 20s and the low 30s, but plenty of sunshine to help us warm up. Tonight, we'll continue to see that mixture of clear skies and clouds, and it's going to be cooling down. Later on into those nighttime hours, still going to be chilly with that mixture of clear skies and clouds, but waking up on Sunday morning, whether it's 7:30 or 8:30, still going to be a chilly morning. Eventually, those 40s return, those 50s return, and actually, it's going to be a sunny Sunday. I have been waiting so long to say that. A sunny Sunday, finally on the way. And we're going to continue to see that mixture of clear skies and clouds and really clear skies for the next several days. Now, let's look ahead towards Monday, because already off to a somewhat mild start, seeing temperatures Monday morning in those upper 30s and those low 40s, but then warming back up to not only the 50s, but how do the 60s sound not only for Monday, but also into Tuesday. So that warm up is finally on the way. But we had people ask, and we've all been guilty of this before, okay, is this the last snow that we're going to see for the season? Us as meteorologists, we can never say no. Let's just look back to May 1989, where we saw over 3/4 of an inch of snow, and that was our latest season measurable snow we have seen at Toledo Express Airport. So there's a chance we could always see some more snow for the rest of March, also into April, even into May. I know we're thinking we still have the potential for some snow. That chance is very low. But again, we woke up this morning and saw some snowfall, and that's what we're seeing across the state of Ohio. Just around a trace to even 1 to 3 inches of snow. You can see those pockets right there. Just depends on where you are. But as far as snow in the forecast goes, we're not tracking any, at least for the next several days. But widen out the bigger picture. Maybe you're still traveling, have a ski trip planned out in the Rockies, Pacific Northwest, California coast, those mountains. You are still seeing several inches, if not several feet of snow. Again, not forecasting any snow here in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. In fact, we're tracking above average temperatures on the way for the next 9 days. Today, we are at least above freezing, but we are still below average. Forecasting highs in low 40s. And notice, this is the coldest it's going to get for the next 10 days. So once we get through today, that warm up is finally back. Low 50s for tomorrow, 60s, mid 60s by Tuesday. And we see a slight cool down, but still fairly warm. Low to mid 50s Wednesday and Thursday, low to mid 60s Friday and Saturday. Next weekend, looking comfortable, but also could be somewhat soggy as well too. We'll highlight your extended forecast in just a moment, but you can see temperatures mid 60s on Saturday, low 50s on Sunday, and then cooling down just slightly. But notice seasonal temperatures somewhat just in time for St. Patrick's Day. And I'm gonna have to figure out how to wear green on the green screen, because that'll be Very interesting. But highlighting your 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, above average temperatures are expected heading on into March 16th into March 22nd, at least for us here in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. And what's really exciting is by March 16th to the 22nd, our average highs are in the upper 40s and also the low 50s. So if you are looking forward to warmer temperatures, finally getting there. I know some of us are still looking to see some cooler weather. It's March, so it could definitely still happen. There's a potential to see a little bit of everything. So again, our average highs right now are in those low to mid 40s. By almost St. Patrick's Day, upper 40s. By April Fool's Day, mid 50s. Middle of April, right before Easter, low 60s, and that's halfway through meteorological spring. May 1st, we'll see average highs near 70 degrees, and then looking ahead towards nearly Memorial Day, just shortly after, we'll see highs almost near 80 degrees, average highs, I should say. Of course, we'll see some fluctuation between cooler temperatures and warmer temperatures, but these are our seasonal average highs for a meteorological spring, so finally seeing that warm up. Can you just tell I'm just permanently cold, ready to see that warm up on the way? Now, if you love all this information, you can have it sent directly to your devices. Just search WTOL 11 Weather in the App Store. It's a free download, and it's compatible with Apple and Google Play. And there's so much wonderful information, including your interactive radar, your hour-by-hour forecast, your extended forecast. Plus, you can submit your photos and videos that can be showcased on WTOL 11, right here on WTOL 11 Plus, and also on our social media pages. And speaking of videos, how about personalized videos sent from us here in the weather team directly to your devices? So go check that out. Now, something else that I definitely would love for you to check out, if you're already watching us here on WTOL 11 Plus, if you haven't already, Off the Radar. It is such a fun show hosted by myself, meteorologist Ryan Weekman, but also our awesome behind the scenes crew from our director, our producer, our digital producer, and also our camera operator. It is so much fun. We have our latest episode out right now. You could say it might be award winning for this week. It's a lot of fun, but also you can check it live every Wednesday at 10:15 live on WTOL 11 Plus, but also on YouTube. And it's so much fun. But the nice thing is about WTOL 11 Plus is you can watch it on your schedule, whether it's on demand, Fire TV, Apple TV, Roku TV. There's an option for everyone. Here's our crew right there, Tiffany, Mark, oh, hi Tiffany, but we also have Tim, our director, our producer, Alexis, and also meteorologist Ryan Weekman. It is so much fun, and I gotta tell you, we go off script, you never know what to expect when it comes to Off the Radar. Yeah, I'm telling you what, this is an episode you don't wanna miss. And something else that we don't wanna miss, the holiday countdown. We are 1 day away from daylight saving time. That's happening tomorrow at 2 a.m. Technically tonight, however you want to put it. And if you change your clocks beforehand, it can happen a little earlier. If you're like Sophia and change afterwards, it can happen a little bit later, but that is tonight. Now we are 9 days away from St. Patrick's Day. Don't forget that green. Now the first day of astronomical spring, which is what you see on the calendar, that begins in less than 2 weeks. The average high of 50 degrees. We are going to be warming up. And then Easter Sunday is 43 days away, and notice that average high of 63 degrees, so that warm up continues to get warmer and also warmer as well too. Now, as far as our extended forecast goes, before I get to that, Sophia, do we have any questions? I forgot to ask earlier on. I just kind of went on my tangent.
That's
any
okay.
questions at all on social media?
Yes, and I'm glad you pulled up the extended forecast because that actually might help with this question.
Perfect.
Carl says he's ready for spring in warmer weather. He wants to start watching the flowers bloom. For those of us that like to garden, is it flower weather yet? Should people start hitting their garden and start, putting seeds into the ground, or should they hold off?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would definitely wait a little bit longer. I'm no professional when it comes to planting and growing and even maintaining plants by any means. Definitely seek out a professional when it comes to plants, but I would definitely wait a little bit, especially as we're still seeing lows right around that freezing point. So it is still cold. The ground needs to thaw out just a little bit, but definitely not a bad idea to go ahead and start planning your planting. I didn't even mean to do that right there, but that's a good question. I'm definitely ready also to be seeing all the spring blooms and flowers. And in fact, I was at my parents the other day and they were starting to see a little bit of those buds starting to come out just a little bit. I'm thinking, oh, these plants are not going to last because the cold and also the snow we saw last night. But in years past, we've seen daffodils fully bloomed, but also with a layer of snow on the ground. So it's possible, but I would definitely wait just a little bit longer. But of course, we always have more information from Good Day with our Good Day Garden. We're going to be talking about that in the next coming weeks. But let's get to your weekend forecast because it's starting to feel a little bit like spring. Temperatures in the low 40s, low 50s with that sunny Sunday for tomorrow. Monday, 60 degrees with lots of sunshine, mid 60s and plenty of sunshine again heading on to Tuesday. Now we will see that slight cool down for Wednesday, but that mixture of sunshine and clouds. As far as Thursday goes, there's a very small chance for a few pop-up showers for some of us. Overall, most of the day looks to be fairly cloudy with highs in the mid 50s, but then 60s return for the end of the week and still seeing that mixture of sunshine and clouds. Now remember, I mentioned that next weekend was going to be soggy, but also somewhat mild. Temperatures in the mid 50s to mid 60s with those spotty showers, and then the following Monday, St. Patrick's Day, temperatures in those upper 40s with that mixture of sunshine and clouds. So again, your extended forecast kind of all over the place, but once we get through today, the coldest day for the next 10 days, that warm up is finally on the way. Now, thanks for hanging out with us here on WTOL 11 Plus. Sophia, tell the folks what they need to know and where they need to go.
Well, of course, if you want your weather sent directly to your phone, our WTOL 11 weather app is free on Apple and Android devices. And you can catch us on WTOL 11 Plus. You might be watching this on YouTube, or you might be watching this on WTOL 11 Plus right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, go to your smart TV and download WTOL 11 Plus. It's free to download and stream. We have all kinds of exclusive weather, sports, and historical content. We have a great show called In the Vault, where we give you a look back on past news events through the lenses of WTOL 11. So definitely find us there. Thanks for joining.